Welcome back to the Rebel Investments channel, and I'm gonna do a little short video here on this Ethereum Asic miner and my thoughts about it. So you know, it was rumored for the last week or so. What I heard about it, what is coming out, and people were saying it was, you know, it was fake and it wasn't really true, and then you have Ethereum saying if they come out with it, they're going to fork off of it and all that. My deal is, I believe that Bitmain's just trying to monopolize mining with these machines. It takes away from what cryptocurrencies was really supposed to be all about, and that was decentralization. And when you start getting these ASICs in there to be just like Bitcoin, it centralizes it to the few that have all these big machines. And so rather than having a bunch of smaller people, which I know people can have big GPU farms, but still for the amount of GPUs that you have per what one of these things does and cost is nowhere near in comparison. So, but if they do, you know, they bring them out and they start. What I would do if I was any of these coins on these on this algorithm, what I would do is I'd let them get it out there, let them ship them some out there, and then when I notice the spikes go up where you notice that they're doing it, that they're, you know, there's a bunch of them start running, and then I would fork, and then that's just the way I would do it. That's just me. So, you know, Bitmain has no concern of the people. You know, all they're concerned about is money. They don't really care about no cryptocurrency. They don't care about the people that are investors. All they care about is making the most money they can. And, you know, that's what business is about, I guess. But, you know, the cryptocurrency, it was all about decentralization, getting away from banks. And now what you're doing is you're bringing in equipment to have a lot of them, you have to have pretty deep pockets, and it just hurts the whole mining side of it as a whole, I think. So, but that's just my 2 cents. I haven't been in mining that long. I mean, I've been in cryptocurrency for a couple years, since 2016, and I just started recently with mining this year. So, I guess if they do keep it and Ethereum doesn't fork, then we'll just have to find other stuff to mine. I mean, that's all you can do. But I watched the Vosk over there, Vosk Coins channel, and I like that he said he's not going to go get into it, and that if Ethereum forks and Ethereum Classic doesn't fork, then that'll put more light into Ethereum. People, you know, but he was showing some comments. A lot of people, they don't really care because they're not into mining. All they do is want to buy coins. They don't care how many you mine. They don't care how many you hold mining, but they should care, because what happens is when you get a few people centralizing the coin and holding a bunch of them, they can manipulate the market that way. And if you're an investor and you're in the exchanges trading these coins, they can come in just like they're doing with Bitcoin now. You can watch Bitcoin and look at the charts and see the periods where they've manipulated it. It's the same time periods, it's the same sparks, it's the same spikes, it's the same drop-offs, and they're calculated. You can see it. I mean, you can see whenever in like the 31st of March when everything started going down, the big downhill slide started, you could see the volume pump up. I mean, it's just the people that do charts, they understand it a whole lot better than I do, and I've watched a bunch of them and I've seen them explain it, and everything they say makes sense because they're showing you what happened and telling you what happened. So, you know, I don't put a lot of stock into technical analysis for the simple reason as it's not as predictable and accurate as it is when you're like doing stocks and stuff, because that's a little slower roll than cryptos. But there's still something to be said for it, and there's something to look at, because cryptocurrency has a way of more repeating the cycles. The cycles repeat more now. I mean, that'll eventually go away too. But yeah, so I'm not for the ASICs. I'll stick with my GPUs. You know, as far as the price wise, I mean, I could afford to buy one if I wanted one, but I'm not going to. And just like they say, well, you can only order one per person. That's doing nothing. I have an Amazon account. My wife has an Amazon account. My daughter does. We can all go in there and order one on each account. There's 3 I can get right there. So, but anyway, if you hear noise in the background, that's my 3D printer. It's printing. I'm printing the parts off for this mining rig frame that for my mining rig. So it's going to be a 3D printed frame, and so here's some of the parts I'll show you. These right here, I don't know if you can see how well you can see them, but these right here are some of the brackets. So they come out nice, they come out good. I got some different filament that I was trying. I like this filament a whole lot better, but we're not going to get into 3D printers right now. This is about crypto and Bitmain and their ASIC. I guess that's why they're not shipping it and they're just putting it out there. They're taking pre-orders. I don't know if they want to see how lucrative it's going to be, but I'm sure they'll get plenty of pre-orders. But I guess that's all I want to talk about. I got some parts in today. When I get the rest of the parts in and get my frame all printed out, I'll do a second update video to the mining rig I'm building. But until the next time, this is the Crypto Warrior, and I'm out of here.